Hello, my pizza sluts. So today I'm going to be doing a story time video, but before I do so, please let me have a sip of my coffee because I am so tired today.
Isn't that just so delightful?
Back to the old Stephanie, the one that goes on Tinder and goes on a million dates with a million losers and has a million stories to tell you guys. And I'm glad to be back to that point in my life. You know what's actually really sad? Last night I had a dream that I met the love of my life. He was this tall, dark-haired, older gentleman, and I woke up and then I was like, oh, that's not real. And it was actually the saddest fucking moment. And this entire morning I've just been like yearning for this man in my dream, but like, he's not real. Like this video if you've ever had anything like that happen. I don't know, maybe I'm just fucking crazy. So ever since I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, I decided that I would just jump right back into the dating pool. I really didn't have much of a chance to date in New York City when I initially moved here in August because, you know, I was kind of involved with this guy for like the past 6 months. And the breakup was very smooth. I don't really believe I was in love with this man. Now that I look back on the relationship, I just think that we were really good friends, but like throughout the entire relationship there were key indicators that it was just not going to work out. He was just too straight-laced and conservative for me. His family did not like me, and he just, I don't know, now that I look back on it, he really wasn't there for me a lot. Yeah, and then I was always making myself available for him, and like, you know, he's a great person, he's a great guy, but I think that it was pretty easy for me to move on because I always kind of knew he wasn't the right person for me. And I know that Tinder is not the best and most ideal place to meet your soulmate, but I just decided to give it a go because there are 8 million people in Manhattan, and you know, who knows, maybe you'll meet somebody cool on Tinder, and even if you don't end up dating that person, you might end up just having a nice time with somebody, which has been the case for almost all of the dates that I've been on. So I have been on 2 Tinder dates since my breakup. I've been broken up for like almost 2 months now, so I don't think that I'm overdoing it. Okay, I think I'm slowly easing myself back into dating. So the first date that I went on was with this very handsome Pakistani guy, and right from the get-go I knew that we would click. We met up at one of my favorite places for cocktails in Manhattan called Dear Irving. If you guys have heard of it, it's amazing. It kind of reminds me of like The Great Gatsby or like 1920s Paris. It's really pretty. Now the Stephanie that you guys know drinks Prosecco or champagne, well, Stephanie that night decided to switch to scotch, and I don't know why. It turns out I really like scotch. We were both laughing and engaging in conversation. Like, we actually had really great conversation. We just bounced off of each other really, really well in a non-sexual way. And at one point in the night, he did the infamous move that all guys do on dates if they kind of like, you know, want to put their penis inside of you. He grazed his hand over my knee, and I'm just like, really? Really? That's like fucking middle school shit. Like, what are you doing? Get your fucking hand off of my knee. I'm not gonna have fucking sex with you. So at that point I was like, okay, well, not only does he have chemistry with me, but he's also attracted to me because he put his hand on my knee. Girls, listen up. If a guy puts his hand on your knee or just like tries to find a reason to like touch you in any way, even like your shoulder, your hair, your vagina, like, he likes you. It may be not in a serious I want to marry you way, but he likes you enough to take you home that particular evening. So at the end of the night, I actually peaced out really quickly because I was so drunk. Like, I am not used to scotch, you guys. And I also had a shot, and I also had a glass of Prosecco. And that's the reason why I got a free shot, is because I spilled a drink and broke a glass in front of everybody while my date was in the bathroom. And like, I turned to the table that was next to me after I broke the glass because I'm a fucking idiot. And I was like, oh my God, like, please, like, just tell my date it was like a total fucking accident. Like, tell him it wasn't my fault. Like, if he comes back and is like, what the fuck happened? Like, just say it was a freak accident. And they're laughing at me because I'm plastered. And my date comes back from the bathroom and there's all these employees like sweeping up fucking broken glass and scotch off of the ground. And I'm just sitting there like, and I felt so bad. And I ended up telling him the truth. Actually, what happened was I kicked the table by accident, and then the table jerked and the scotch tipped over and just fucking shattered. And that was my moment when I said to myself, Stephanie, you need to abort mission, go home, go to sleep. He was attractive, he was funny, but there was one main giant deal breaker. And this is basically the reason why I will not end up with this guy. He is not a dog person. He said that flat out. He said that he wouldn't even let a dog into his apartment. I was just like, no, sorry. It's like, if this is the first date and I already know that you don't want my dog at your apartment, it's not gonna work. Check that guy off my list. Date number 2. Now, I went on a date with 2 Irish guys, but I wouldn't say that one of the dates was a date. It really wasn't a date. We just went out for drinks for a couple hours and chatted, so I'm not even gonna talk about this in this video. But I did go on a real actual date with an Irish guy, straight from Ireland, not like right off the boat. He's been living here for like 9 or 10 years or something. And he was 6'5", successful, handsome, like seriously so fucking gorgeous. I would have just taken off his pants and asked his D right there in the middle of the bar, but I have restraint and I'm not a hoe, regardless of what you all may think. And yet again, laughing, having a good time. He took me out for dinner at one of my favorite places in the neighborhood. He only lives like 15 blocks away from me. And I mean, seriously, just like full package. Handsome, good sense of humor, paid for dinner, paid for drinks. After we had drinks and dinner, he didn't want to go home. I didn't really want to go home. So I said, hey, let's go to this other place across the street and we can have dessert and like a nightcap drink. So we went there and I wanted to be nice, so I ended up paying for that round of drinks and for dessert, even though he did resist, which, you know, I like because at least it shows that he's a little bit chivalrous and a little bit of a gentleman. And then afterwards we were just walking around and I was like, you know what, why don't you just come back to my place? Because I really felt like we had established a certain level of trust. Like, I knew he was not going to be a serial killer. I mean, like, Irish people are so nice and jolly. Like, they can't be serial killers, right? Right? So me and this Irish lad went back to my place and we literally just ended up splitting a bottle of Moët, chatting until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and we kissed once. And it wasn't like a make-out sesh. It was just kind of just like a cute little I'll show you guys with my hand. So like, this is him, this is me, and I'm just like, and that's it. That's all that happened. And then after that, I was like, all right, bye. See ya, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to get liposuction in Connecticut, so I'll be gone for 2 weeks. I actually told him that. He probably thought I was crazy. He's probably like, what the fuck? And so, you know, I haven't been in New York City for the past 2 weeks because I've been in Connecticut getting liposuction and everything. And he just texted me a couple days ago to see how I'm doing. And I don't know, we really haven't made any solid plans to hang out again. I know that the Pakistani guy is trying to make plans with me again, but I'm like really hesitant because he doesn't like dogs. So I don't know, like I'll be friends with you, but like, just so you know, like, it's not gonna go anywhere. You don't like dogs. I'm sorry. Like, that is rule number 1. You must love dogs. So those have been my 2 dates. None of them have been disastrous. They have been great, actually, because I love going out and meeting people, and there's a lot of interesting, successful, handsome men in Manhattan, turns out. So yeah, I'm currently talking to a couple other dudes, and you know, maybe things will pan out, maybe they won't. Maybe I'll continue to sit here alone in my apartment with no pants on, eating not pizza anymore because I got liposuction, but you know, just fucking chilling with my hands down my pants. We'll see. Yeah, so that's it for today's video. Click the thumbs up and the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, and the little bell next to it because that makes you cool or some shit. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I'm gonna be alone forever.